after that, obviously third down being the biggest telling story, and I think when you look at it from the offensive side of the ball, getting ourselves into a third manageable, being able to effectively run the ball, and IDing on early down and distances, IDing all the movement that Indiana brought, affected us and got us into third and long situations. And when we got into third down situations, we didn't do a good job of handling pressure. And when we did handle pressure, there's a few in there where we had chances to complete balls and convert third downs, and we didn't. So for us, obviously the telling story, especially in that third quarter, being the third down and not being able to at least flip the field, was the story of ours. It's an execution standpoint, communication standpoint, something that we've talked about time and time again, but it obviously has to improve.
Drew, how would you evaluate Gio's play tonight?
Gio did some all right things. He did some pretty. To be honest with you, Gio played decent. He played pretty well. Especially coming into his second game, he made some good, tough throws out there to the sideline. I don't think he, by any stretch of the imagination, played perfect. There's a few times in there that he's got to get coached up on the sideline in between drives, but not bad, pretty good.
Drew, you mentioned third downs. Obviously, I don't expect you to know exactly, but from calling plays, did it feel you went 10 for 19 on third down last week?
Yeah.
1 for 3. Is it just you felt like there were a lot more 3rd and 3s last week and 3rd and 9s this week, kind of thing?
Yeah, when you talk about staying on schedule, when you get yourself into a third and manageable situation, obviously down and distances become a lot easier to convert. When you're not moving the ball on first and second down, even like you look at some of those backed up scenarios where getting 2 first downs is critical. That's when your third down has got to be huge. Times that we like I said, they blitzed a lot and twisted blitzers and all kinds of stuff. And credit to Indiana, they did a good job of finding ways to get home. We got to communicate. We got to play with better technique up front. And then when we get our opportunities, when those things get picked up, we got to throw and catch the ball. And for us, I thought that was the difference in that game, staying on schedule, and then obviously third down.
After you took the 24-13 lead, did
Yep.
you change anything, or did they just pick it up?
We didn't change anything. If it's not broke, don't fix it. We kept rolling, and we were playing the game plan that we thought, and Indiana didn't do anything that they hadn't shown on tape. And so for us, just going out there and like I said, communicating, executing. We had in the first few drives, we did some good things, and we came back to those things, stayed exactly with what we planned on doing in our game plan wise. But again, if you don't execute it, it doesn't matter.
Gio took a lot of big shots in this game.
Mm-hmm.
What goes through your mind when you see him get right back up, and then is that something you can fix going forward?
It depends on what that big shot was from, in terms of what, if you're asking in terms of what Gio can do differently. For some of those ones that he stood in there and threw the ball, I was pretty proud of him. And when he gets up, obviously, you're got a little bit of sigh of relief. They're starting quarterback got back up. There's opportunities, I think, where we could have picked up pressures that we didn't, and would have taken some of that stuff off. And then he had some times that he pulled it down and scrambled, which were good. So, from that standpoint, I think that communication and the protection starting with the quarterback first and getting the protection, make sure that we're in the right protection, is critical. And if we don't do that, then he's probably going to take some big shots because that tends to be the nature of not picking up pass pro.
Anything else, guys?
Appreciate you guys.